There's a reason that the Sims logo is an emerald stone. It's because we have been Sims, simulations of our higher Hyperborean selves, and we've been in a temporary purgatorial holding space to get back to the Emerald Heart space, the center. This simulation is about to close in on itself, slingshotting our consciousness back to the center, where our original bodies lie sleeping. The Sims logo is called the plumb bob. It's used to identify the character selected. The phrase, the Sims plumb bob, gives us a value of 1044 in English gematria, because it is the 144,000 living souls who have been in a divine simulation of heart reclamation. Interestingly, there is an ancient tool called a plumb bob. It's a weight suspended from a string and used as a vertical reference line. It is a precursor to what's currently called a spirit level. We are extensions of our Hyperborean spiritual selves. The fact that the plumb bob of The Sims sounds like the plumb bob is no coincidence. Just like how the plumb bob is suspended by a string, we are extensions of our higher selves at the center, connected by an etheric string or cord. We are connected from the physical level to the spirit level, operating as Sims, not because we are artificial consciousness, but because the collective heart space of the living souls has been automating every experience we go through. We've been put on a one-way ticket towards ascension. Every move you've made, thought you've had, emotion you've felt, it's been all a part of a precisely outlined series of codes that our Hyperborean selves have funneled through this etheric cord. It's kind of like this. We've been in the realm of fragmentation because of an inner condition. This inner condition is akin to an algorithm that is typed into a computer and processes itself. That code produces many layers of experiences until finally we're ready to return after experiencing all that code or algorithm had to offer. So this is indeed why the phrase ascension algorithm and the matrix have the same value in Jewish gematria, because the matrix has been designed to exit. We plugged in the algorithm of duality into the collective consciousness. And again, just like a computer processes its code, everything up until the now moment has just been you rendering. You've been buffering until the moment of singularity. The matrix itself has pushed us through the various levels of purgatory through this algorithm, and this has nothing to do with being positive or negative. Awakening happens because of this highly complex dream time of dualism the game players have funneled themselves into. And this algorithm, it's almost done processing us into full expansion. So the Matrix has not been imprisoning us necessarily. Every moment never actually happened, even the one 5 minutes ago. And you might say, but I have a memory. I know, everything we perform in the present moment is a part of this algorithm until we break out of time. Because everything in this dream time is akin to data. And we are the receivers encoding that data in order to test out the possibilities of separation. And of course, this algorithm produces an inner condition that must be purged. This realm is paradise, flipped on itself. But because you can't actually destroy paradise, you can't destroy the heart, you can't destroy heart essence, the only way to follow through with such an algorithm, such a separation, is to literally, not metaphorically, split yourself away from your truest form. Project yourself into a temporary timeline, a holding space, until that data has processed and the ascension algorithm is completed. According to news articles, scientists just found an impossible black hole within the Milky Way. The black hole has been called LB1. This has nothing to do with space. This is a hidden in plain sight message regarding our coming ascension. Numerologically, L equals 12, B equals 2, and then we have 1. So LB1 can be translated as 1221. This is no surprise to us because we've been speaking of 1221 for months as being the date that signifies the dissolution of this projection. An artist's rendering of LB1 depicts a flat disk being sucked away into a vortex. Exactly as we've been saying, the outer lands projected from the center are about to dissolve away. The picture shows the outer lands funneling into blueness, and that same blue color resides at the center around the black hole. This is revealing that it's a dissolution from the center. The aurora lights, which is externalized heart energy, shall expand outwards and destroy the grid, what we know as the toroidal field. This is just one of a long list of synchronicities we've spoken of on this channel, which have all been pointing to this winter solstice being the ultimate shift into singularity. This black hole depiction is very similar to what we're told of the Milky Way, being a flat spinning disk with a black hole at the center. In this context, we are going back to the galactic center. This is why the phrase galactic center Milky Way equals 1440 in English gematria. 1221 signifies the dissolution of the overlay. It is the end of the 7 years of tribulation. Earth is not a standalone eternal realm. This has been a holding container for the finite number of game players here. The temporary simulation of consciousness, which we call the purgatorial dumping ground, shall be rendered null. The aurora borealis is heart energy compressed by the center of the toroid, and the integration of this energy has been occurring for quite some time now. This world as we've known it shall dissolve into the center, and the living souls will return their projected consciousness to the center, waking up in the heart space, like a yo-yo coming back to the hand. This is not a catastrophe or something to fear. This is a birthing process, the rebirth of the heart space, and the return to a condition of innocence and full manifestation. Nothing shall be lost. After all, how can you lose yourself within a dream? Heart activation is collective, and once fully activated on this winter solstice, the fires of the aurora shall burn the toroidal field away, rendering everything of matter within time into nothing. The 144,000 living souls are one for all and all for one.